In this video, we'll be framing out the walls for the dirty room, running electrical in those walls, hanging drywall, and mudding all the joints. It's a lot of work, so let's get into it. Oof. That was a close one. I don't know, 10 of this project, the garage build out. Feels like it's taken a lot longer than it should, but haven't been able to focus on this entirely. So, but we do have 2 walls up. So these walls make up what I'm calling the dirty room. This is where I'm gonna do welding, grinding, spray paint, anything that just makes a mess in general, dust, cutting. I put my miter saw in there. So anything that's gonna make a mess, it's gonna be contained in this one room instead of getting on everything in the garage. This space is right about 1/4 of the total space. So it's about 250 square feet of the 1,000 square feet garage. It's framed up, lagged into the walls, tied into the trusses. Got my frame out here for the door. And it's looking good. Pretty happy with how that is coming along. I decided to put or frame the walls before I sanded the ceiling, because obviously the walls are gonna get drywalled as well now. But as a last minute option, I didn't think about this, or I wasn't planning on doing it until yesterday, really. But I realized that I have a circuit here. It's a 20 amp circuit in the garage that only powers the garage door openers. So 20 amps just for garage door openers that are not running all the time is very low load. So comfortable tapping into those. I'm going to tie into those. I'm actually gonna run off that circuit a few more outlets down here to spread throughout the new room, so on the walls. So I'm gonna put a few here on this side, for whatever I may need there, as well as a couple here, so that I have some power along the workbench. So I think that's a good utilization of the power that I've got here, and shouldn't be too difficult to tie into it, but it is one more thing that I have to do before I can drywall. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Let's get into it and get these power outlets roughed in. Guys, it's Wednesday night, about 9:30, and got about as much drywall as I can do tonight. So got both sides 2 sheets high. Still got some to do up there. We got a 3-foot piece, a 3-foot cut on top. This wall is complete, looks good. Got both those power outlets in there. Real happy with that. This is looking real good too. Got those 2 power outlets. One last minute addition that I did throw in before I started rocking was I framed out for a 24 by 12 transfer grill. This was, well, mainly just to let the conditioned air move in and out of this space as well without sealing it off too much. But I framed it out 24 by 12 because I found it's a return air grill that is designed to take a 2-inch filter. So I'll be able to put that up there, keep just a regular Home Depot filter in it, and that's going to keep anything, all the dust and spray paint, anything that's in this room from getting over into that room, but still allow the transfer of cool air from the air conditioning. So I think that was a good move, and I'll just have to frame, well, it's done framed out, so got to do that top strip of drywall, both sides on that one side on this one, and then we will get back to some more mud and tape. So I'm hoping to, I should be able to get that last little bit of rock up tomorrow evening, and then maybe a little bit of, I'll probably get the rock up and I'll probably tape it. I won't start the mud until the next day. So once I get that all finished, then I'm gonna go rent a sander, and I still gotta do, of course, the ceiling, and then it will be the walls here as well. But overall, this is looking really good. It feels like the right size. don't know how to describe it. I was real worried early on that by putting up these, permanent walls that I was gonna limit myself too much. So I wouldn't be able to pull, obviously a long vehicle in or a big trailer or something like that into that side. Anything bigger than 17 feet isn't gonna fit. So you kind of just limit yourself a little bit by having these permanent walls. But I think what I've gained is a lot of extra wall space, which is gonna be good because I'm planning on putting an L-shaped workbench right here. And then this is gonna be my main working area with the motorcycle lift there. And then I'll have this whole bay here full, this is 35 feet, full 35-foot bay that I can pull anything longer into. So I think this is gonna work out really good. I'm not nervous about the idea of having these permanent walls anymore. I feel like it's the right size and it's gonna make this whole space so much more usable for me and what I do, and give me so much more kind of purpose-built space for everything I need to do. So that's it for tonight. Tomorrow evening, hopefully we'll finish up the rock and get to taping. So I will see you later. Yeah, so I don't even know how many days I've been working on this now at this point. It's been so broken up over the last several weeks, but all the drywall in the garage is hung. That is a nice feeling. It's all up. We've got the outlets in the new walls with the wire pulled. I do still have to tape and mud the walls, which I'm planning on doing tonight and tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, I'm renting a drywall sander. So I'm gonna actually be able to get all the ceiling nice and sanded down, get it looking good. Probably have to touch up a few spots with some more compound. I'm also gonna compound and sand the walls here as well. But overall, it's looking awesome. So I'm real happy with it. I think it's totally worth the effort. It's been a pretty big effort, honestly. But I think it's turned out really cool. So really happy with this, and hopefully the next couple of days, I'm gonna have some sanded walls. I'm gonna start looking at some paint. So that's where we're at now. Last thing, I ran out of drywall screws. So there's a couple spots that I need to throw a few more screws into. But I've also got a corner bead that I need to throw on here as well. So, and of course, the door over there is gonna go in that rough opening that's there. So, looking good, making progress. I'm gonna keep it going tomorrow. It's the next day. Last night, off camera, I finished taping all the joints here on the walls. And also put in some extra screws in the spots that I didn't have enough to hit all yet. So we're ready to start doing some compound on the joints and get this wall looking pretty good. I did pick up this morning a drywall sander from Home Depot. So I'm gonna be doing that later today, but I think I'm gonna save that for the next video. Probably gonna end this one after I get all the walls mudded and taped. So far so good, looking pretty good, but I've got a long day ahead of me to get the rest of this completed. So let's get after it. may be wondering, just how many sheets of drywall did it take to do this whole garage, ceiling and walls? And the answer is 46 sheets. This feels like a pretty good place to end this video. In the next one, you'll see me sanding all this drywall, finishing out the power outlets, installing a ton of overhead lighting, putting in the door, transfer grill, and building a new workbench, as well as painting everything that I just drywalled. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.